When they lie, tell them fade the facts. Face the facts. Face the facts. Face the facts. You know. Keep it real, watching reels with the best interview. I'm a mess, watch me move. TV. Yeah. Yeah, I came from the bottom, talk true, no fiction. Never been a cap type, every word's conviction. They gossip online, but I'm real in the flesh. While they chasing blue checks, I'm chasing these checks. Violet strings with the baseline knocking. Flutes in the wind while the money keep talking. We don't flex for the ground, we flex in silence. If the paper ain't adding up, change the alignment. Faxes, you know that, talk your talk. When they lie, tell them face the facts. Face the facts. Face the facts. Face the facts. You know. Keep it real, watching reels with the best interview. I'm a mess, watch me move. TV. Yeah. Yeah. Got flutes in the coupe, got strings in the trunk. Mix the lo-fi with the funk, yeah, that west side slump. Face the facts, I'm a boss, not a myth or a rumor. Laugh all the way to the bank, real sense of humor. Violin play like a symphony divine, while she FaceTime here with the glass of wine. Talk slick, baby, I'm a real one certified. Money multiplies when the truth don't hide. What it do? Talk that, ayy, ayy. I'm the sauce in the stew, marinated in game. Ain't no shame in my hustle, ain't no faking my name. Got receipts for my work, check the stats on the dash. They be capping for the cloud, I just face the facts.
Too short voice, if you broke, that's a you problem.
When they lie, tell them face the facts.
What's good with it? What's good with it? Y'all already know what's going on. This is your host, Cold Case Face Bang. Welcome back to Face the Facts TV. Y'all already know what's going on. This is another episode. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If you have not done that already, make sure you smash that hit button. In today's episode, we got a whole lot of insight. We got a whole lot of game. We got a whole lot of, knowledge, and we have a whole lot of financial literacy. You dig what I'm saying? So this is my partner, you know what I'm saying? This guy right here, hold on, before we even get into it, let me just say this, you know what I'm saying? The transition is something phenomenal. You dig what I'm saying? It's something real, you know what I mean? This is my partner from back in the day, you know what I'm saying? Go back like 4 flats on a Cadillac, you know what I'm saying? If you know, you know, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to get into that. We're going to talk about that. But without further ado, man, I got my partner in here, man. The hustler, the entrepreneur, philanthropist, the pioneer, a rapper, artist, all of the above, man. You know what I'm saying? The list can go on and on. But
come on,
hey, man. With that being said, man, I got my boy here, the Ruly Russo. Man.
Come on. Hey, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, man. Yeah. Hey, so Cold Case, man. You already know what time it is, man. Hey, so it was crazy. I don't even know if you remember this shit, bro. I remember the day I first met you was in downtown. You was putting on a little show. I went there to check it out. Like you did like you were on stage. It was I can't remember. I just happened to see you. And first thing you said Southeast. Whoop, whoop. I said, who's this motherfucker right here?
Yeah.
And I said, man, I like this cat. I heard your shit. Boom, boom, boom. Once you got off stage, I'm like, yo, what up, man? It's Ruly Russo, whatever. We chopped it up for a quick second, exchanged numbers. The rest was history, bro.
Yeah. So I was, you know what? That's crazy because prior to you coming too, I was wondering, I'm like, when we met, I knew it was at a show too, huh?
Yeah.
It was at a show downtown?
Yeah, it was in downtown. Like, I wasn't even, I wasn't in the show. I went to go see who's who, what was going on. I was with my producer at the time. And we just pulled up right there just to see what was going on. He was like, yeah, there's like a little rap. It was like a contest or some shit.
I'm trying to remember. Was it that,
I think
what was it? The thing that Billy Knight.
Billy Knight. It was Billy Knight. It was Billy Knight.
I can't remember the name. What was that?
It was like
the name of it.
Man, I can't remember either.
Top
but
25 or something like that. I can't remember.
But Billy Knight put it on.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, so boom, and then I remember. Did you ever put out that music video? Remember, I had pulled up to your music. You had a music video right there at the barbershop. Remember? Yeah. And then I was asking him, like, "Hey, did you ever put it out?" He was like, "Nah, we still working on it."
Look, I'm gonna
tell you. I don't know if you.
No. This is what happened, bro. The whole night, shit was popping. Right? We had bitches. We had the ambiance. Shit was like it was like a movie. Right? Boom. You're not gonna believe this shit though. my video guy said he couldn't fucking find the footage, bro. I said, what? He said, I can't find it.
Yeah, I was waiting for that shit too. I was in that thing.
I was like,
I was trying to get my little cameo.
I'm done, bro. I'm fucking done. I was pissed, man. So, but that was a lesson I learned, right? Because he wasn't like, he's good at what he does. Like, he's produced videos for me, but he wasn't. That's not what he does. Like, I'm like, okay, I need to hire a professional. You understand? He was a homie that had the skills to do it.
Right.
But he was a tattoo artist. Right. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, moving forward, I'm gonna pay a motherfucker who's professional just to get that shit done. And I paid you, bro. Like, I need this shit done. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Because quality counts, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Man. I'm telling you, bro. Listen, all that time we lost was way more valuable than the money I would have spent. You feel?
For sure. Yeah, that's game.
But we'll get into that in a minute, bro. Because, listen, man, too many people, and this is some shit that us growing up in the neighborhood, bro. Like we're taught this shit is like hey, time is money, right? And time and money don't grow on trees, right? And you probably heard it from maybe your grandma or something. Money's the root of all evil. Heard that shit before? That shit bullshit.
I
that
think
shit
so
bullshit.
too.
That shit bullshit,
I agree.
bro. Hey, look, I'm gonna debunk it real quick. Just one of them, like, right? Money don't grow on trees, right? Shit, last time I checked, money is printed on paper, which comes from wood, it's a fucking tree.
For sure. It definitely does. It definitely does grow on trees.
What we talking about?
That shit doesn't appear out of nowhere. It don't just, you know what I mean?
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
So then with the shit that they say, time is money, I used to say that shit all the time. Time is money, money's time, but in reality, it's not.
It's not.
No, because time is
way more valuable.
My boy, see,
it's way more valuable.
It's way more valuable, bro.
Yeah.
You can make money all day, every day.
Listen, that's why I tell people you're more wealthier than you know, because it's billionaires with terrible health that'll trade with you in a heartbeat,
bro. In a heartbeat.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I tell people like, yeah, man, if somebody said they'll give you $1 million today, would you be happy? Yeah. But if they said they'll give you $1 million today, but you only got 24 hours to live, would you be happy? You'd be like, fuck no.
Fuck no.
Even if it was $10 billion, I give you $10 million, but you can only live for 2 days. You'd be like, fuck no. So what does that tell you? That tells you that the life that you have is way more valuable than whatever the fuck you place in value in as far as money is concerned.
100%. 100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Which is why investments are so important, bro.
Yeah.
Because like you can try to spend your whole life trying to do some shit and not do it the right way and just try to figure it out on your own. Or you can pay the right people to fucking just give you the game.
Right.
And I'm sure you heard this, man. The game is to be sold, not to be told.
And I've also learned, the importance of mentorship.
That part.
I understand the importance of mentorship because here's the thing. The problem is, you have a lot of people that's just taking advantage
cash grab
of what people don't know, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so sometimes people might believe in somebody like, oh, I want to invest in that and that.
Yeah.
And it may not fall through. Whether sometimes it can boil down to the individual because you're paying for these programs, you expect people to do the work for you, and that's not what you're paying for.
Either. That's not
you're
real
paying
either.
for the access.
Boom. You're paying for the access and you're paying for the information.
And the information, but not for us to put the work in for you. And I think that when people spend a certain amount of money, they think like, well, shit, I'm spending this much money. You better be doing this shit for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
And I think that's how people think.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
You know what I'm
saying? They get it confused with like something that's monetary, right? Yeah. Like you go to a car dealership, you pay for the car, boom, you get the car, right? For a mentorship, it's not like you pay for the shit and then boom, you can walk away with something. It's intellectual property,
right?
And it's something that you can't see. You can't touch. You can't feel it either. But one bar could change a motherfucker's life forever, bro. Like one little piece of information can change a motherfucker's life forever. If they know how to recognize that shit and they know how to take it and put it out into the physical universe.
Right.
See,
okay. Listen, man. Listen. All right.
We gonna get into the thick of it, my boy.
Yeah, we got to. All right. So For the people, because I don't want to skip no steps.
Yeah, let's not skip nothing. We'll take it back. We'll take it back. We'll take it back.
Try not to be, too long-winded on whatever, what I'm saying? But I think it's important to start from the root of stuff, you know what I'm saying? But
I agree.
It's fair to say that I'm excited to talk about today and now, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but,
100.
So, okay, boom. Let's talk about Ruly Russo, man.
Okay.
So coming up, first of all, I did, I know, you came up with Skyline and stuff like that, right?
Shout out Southeast Skyline, Lomita Village.
Yeah.
What up, man?
Yeah. Okay. So, with as far as like when you're doing music, right?
Yeah.
When you start off doing music, how old was you when you went to start doing music?
Well, I really started like freestyling and shit like that when I was like 15. Just like fucking around with it, mimicking other rappers and shit like that, putting my own words into different like, Pac verses and shit like that, Snoop verses, and just putting my own shit that would fit in there. And then I started realizing, damn, that like I actually got like a little cadence that this shit might be something I could do. And then I started actually like coming up with my own shit.
Yeah.
And me and my boys, we used to just, we'd be at the hood parties and shit like that and just freestyling, drunk, whatever, nothing, just on some dumb shit. And then I actually was like, man, I'm gonna start writing. So I really started writing like around 17. And that's when I got some instrumentals and shit and just started writing to instrumentals. I think the first thing I wrote to was a Outkast beat. Don't
say the ATL Alien one.
Yeah.
I think I had a song to that one too.
Yeah, bro.
The ATL Alien one.
That shit, man, the beat.
Yeah, that beat is hard as fuck.
It's hard, bro. It's hard. So I wrote some shit to that, and I was like, damn, like, oh, okay, I might have something here. And then that kind of just, bubbled into me really taking it serious, man. Like after high school, I made a decision, like, yo, I'm gonna do this shit. You know what I mean? I'm gonna actually like record some records, and I'm gonna go to the studio. So I was trying to get into studios and shit. And I had a big homie from the neighborhood, known as Bandit from our neighborhood, but he started going by Dido Brown. Okay, so he was already formulating his shit.
So you knew Dido Brown before he was Dido Brown?
Bro, I created that shit with him.
Oh yeah,
that whole movement of the CD selling, that was me and him.
That nigga had CDs everywhere.
Nigga, that was I started those street teams.
Like 1 million CDs.
Yes, bro, I started those street teams, bro.
Yeah,
I was the brains behind the street teams. Like, don't get it twisted. I'm not taking anything from him because he a brilliant business guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, so this is what happened.
So you was like the vice president or like the CEO or something.
Yeah. Real shit. I promise you. Look. So I'm the young homie. I'm like 18, bro. This motherfucker, like, I think 7, 8 years older than me. And I went to my boy's studio at the time, Pee Wee from Lomita Village, P-Dub. And he had the little 8-track mixer and shit, you know what I'm saying? You get the microphone and all that, hella fucking old. And we had this place, it's called The Dungeon. We back there, we in there, and I'm recording some shit, and then boom, we listening to it. Bandit at the time, he comes in, Dido, and he hears the hook that I'm doing. He like, cause I knew of him, but I didn't know him. Cause he had been locked up and shit, and he was doing some other shit, he was moving weight and all kinds of shit. So like, I was just the young homie that just like, started coming around and shit, whatever. So then he like, who's this on the hook? And P-Dub's like, that's him. He's like, who that's Ruly? That's Mouse's little brother. Mouse is from his same clique. Right. So he's like, okay. He said, all right, that shit sound good, bro. Whatever. Woo woo. He came in with like posters and shit, bro. Like of his. I don't know if you remember the first one was like The Life of Dido Brown. It was his first album. It was a solo album. Maybe not.
I don't know because I was young. You know what I mean? I'm 34.
Okay, so you were real young.
So yeah, I was young.
Yeah, you was a kid still.
Yeah, I was young, but I remember though. Like, cause I remember seeing like the poster at like Mario's and shit. I remember had the posters at Mario's.
Yep. Yeah, we had all shit on consignment in there.
Yeah, and I remember like couple like CDs and shit like that.
Yeah.
Because my partner that stayed in apartments up the street from my mom's house.
Yeah.
He used to always have the CDs. He used to always play that shit all the time.
Okay.
And so that's really like
how
the
core
memory that I remember, because I remember he used to always play it all the time.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I used to always see the poster at Mario's.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Mario,
But yeah, I was young though.
Yeah, you was. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
what happened is I see he came through. He had the posters, bro, and I saw he was doing something, and I was like, "Yo, hey, man, let me get them posters. I'll plaster them bitches everywhere." And he's like, because he already had a full album, like done. I was in there trying to record a fucking record. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, let me go. You the big homie from the neighborhood. Like, I'm gonna help you out. You know what I'm saying? Let's get behind you, type shit. Boom, went and did that shit, plastered that shit, and then he like, hey, shit, you trying to take this shit serious? I said, hell yeah, bro. Like, what's up? And that's when he was like, man, look, I got this album coming out. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's go push it out the trunk. I'm like, I'm with it. Let's go. So boom, we start hitting the streets. It was just me and him at first. And then about a year later, it was rough in the first year, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Man, nobody from Dago wanted to fucking listen. They was like, bro, you ain't on the fucking radio. I was like, that's why I'm in the Walmart parking lot, man. Like, the fuck?
Yeah.
So what's crazy is we went to LA with that shit, and LA ate it up. LA was on it, bro. Black or brown, which tripped me out because I know LA a little different in that sense. But all I had to do was like pop it in their CD player, bro. And they're like, oh shit. This shit don't sound like Lil Rob. Like, and no disrespect, Lil Rob, bro. He put the town on, and it's just a different flavor, right?
Shots fired.
Nah. I got love and respect for all the fools that come out of Dago, man. It's all love. But we Southeast. You know what I'm saying? So it's a different vibe with the essays and shit. So, anyways, year later, bro, we popping out the trunk in LA. They eating it up. I start building a street team because like motherfuckers were sitting out there selling, and they were like, hey man, like I want to get in the studio. I'm like, man, come out here and sell. I'll give you $4 off a CD. You sell it for 10. Boom, you make some bread. You stay down for at least 2 months. We'll get you in the studio. Okay, boom. Then it grew into 2 street teams. Then it grew to 3 street teams. So we had 3 street teams simultaneously going. Motherfuckers don't know this shit. We had motherfuckers going in LA, in Arizona, in Las Vegas, and Dago. It was stupid, bro.
Didn't motherfuckers have like custom vans or
Hell
some
yeah,
shit?
we
like,
had the rap.
little rap
we had that shit
vans
wrapped, bro.
I remember.
I had an Escalade.
I
had a Navigator, brand new for that year, on 24s. Man, I was 20 years old, bro. You know what I'm saying? We had, I hella paper on me. It looked like I was a fucking drug dealer, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Like and then Dido ended up buying a Porsche. You know what I'm saying? He had a fucking Excursion. I don't know if you remember the Excursion. It's a big long ass one.
Nah, I don't know. I just remember niggas had like wraps and you know what I mean? Car, trucks, vans, whatever it was.
Yeah, there was vans and it was vans and some trucks. But we did it pretty big for like 4 years, bro. Maybe 5 years. We toured in Japan twice off the music. Like we sold a CD to. Actually, I sold the CD to this dude named Peacock from National City. And he was in prison, and his bunkie was this Japanese dude who was part of the Yakuza in Japan. And he adapted the like homie lifestyle when he was in there, bro. And when he got out, the motherfucker created a whole like Chicano brand in Japan called Homies. Like, yeah, dog. So I sold the CD to him, and he took it because he's a tattoo artist. So he took, and he was bunkies with that dude. So what happened when they got out, Peacock would fly out to Japan and tattoo all, Mr. K was his name, all his boys. Because, the Yakuza's got all the tattoos and shit. Yeah. So he would be just tatting them up. Well, he brought the CD out there. They liked the shit. They was like, we want to get them out here. So they flew us out there. We did a 10-day tour. Yeah, it was crazy, bro.
That's epic.
I should have brought I don't even have it with me. I have it at the crib, but I still have my posters and shit from when we went out there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So what's going on with Dido Brown these days, man?
Oh man, he turned his life to the Lord, bro. He doing like Christian rap and stuff like that. And I think because I know the last time I seen him was probably like I want to say like 8 years ago.
Okay, it's been a little minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute, bro. He's doing his thing, I'm doing mine. But yeah, as far as I know, because I know some of his family members, that's what he's doing, and he's like in like cell phone sales or some shit like that. I think that's what the last I heard, but that was like a couple years ago. So I don't know.
Don't tell me you're doing Obama phones.
Nah, I don't know, dog. I don't know, man. I can't speak on it, man.
Let me see out there selling Obama phones.
I can't speak on it, man. You know what I'm saying? But he doing his thing. He's ain't nothing wrong with it, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Turn your life to the Lord. Ain't nothing wrong with it, man.
Hey, man, it's a beautiful thing,
Yeah.
So where did so kind of moving forward a little bit. You know, at what point, what was the transition for you? You know what I'm saying? Like what you know, it's like, because now, you know, like I said, we probably gonna get into a little bit of what you got going on, but you know, it's music, you know, rapping, doing this, and then to what, you know, we see today. Hold on, let me adjust this camera real quick.
Yeah.
Excuse me, y'all.
No, you good.
So I think, okay, so to kind of put it into, so, you know, with me, people, okay, so basically we know each other, the background through music, right?
Yeah.
But crazy enough, most people, in the light that I am now doing this podcast, and all that type of shit, most people know me from the podcast through my music. But I can say that, you know, I've been more, you know, consistent with the podcast. I've been putting more energy into it. I love doing music, and my passion is there. And some people do ask me, like, hey, you still doing the music and stuff like that? And I am, you know what I mean? But I had to understand a few things. I had to take a few steps back. I've said this a few times in a couple episodes. It's like I had to understand economics.
That part.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because when in the music industry, you know, everything costs, right? Everything costs, right?
100.
Studio time costs.
Mixing, mastering,
videos, everything costs, right?
Budgets for marketing, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to market that shit, bro.
Yes.
You can have a dope ass record if nobody knows about it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And so I think for a lot of artists, that's where, you know, you kind of come to a halt, because if you're just starting out or you're just up and coming and, you know, you're not really making no money from your music, right? So where is this money supposed to be coming from?
That part. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think, you know, it's fun, and, you know, when you get into it, but once you realize you're spending all this money, right? You're spending money on
and
shows.
You ain't making no money.
You're not making no money.
Right.
You're not getting no return. I think that's where a lot of artists kind of start to have their, you know, their pivot moment or whatever, you know, which makes sense, because that's kind of like what it was for me. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I'm like, listen, man, you know, this money got to come from somewhere. So, you know, I need
some bread.
You know what I'm saying? Not only some bread, but I need assets that are going to be able to pay for this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Passively. You dig what I'm saying? To where I can, you know, not really worry about it.
You still got money coming in.
I got money coming in, you know what I mean, from this source or whatever. And then I can invest a little bit of that or a percentage of that into this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
That was my standpoint for him, you know? So I had to kind of take a step back, you know what I mean, and get myself together, you know, get my personal life together, get my finances in order, get my credit together, and things of that nature, and understand what it is that I really wanted to do and invest into. Although I really love music, I really do love doing it. I have a passion for it. But it's like outside of that, you know what I'm saying? What is it that I'm going to do that's going to sustain what it is that I want to do? Because that's right now, it's just a hobby. You know what I'm saying?
That's the difference, bro. It's like, what I learned too, and not to cut you off, but I don't think enough artists realize that it's a business. You know, it's like you know, especially when you're young, you see it, you see the music videos, you see the bitches, you see all that shit, and that's what attracts you to it. And you're like, hell yeah, these motherfuckers are having fun, they're making money, but they don't realize the business side of it. It's a business, bro.
Absolutely.
And that's why when we approached it, when we did back in the early 2000s, when CDs were still a thing, that was a loophole for us, because we can make money off of the music versus trying to get plays for it. We just went out and shoved it in people's faces. You understand?
Yeah.
And
that's before streams and all that type
streams
stuff.
and all that shit, bro.
Yeah.
And we were making bread, bro. We were making hella bread. You know what I mean? And now where, you know, motherfuckers ain't you know, making or motherfuckers ain't using CDs very much, bro. Like, it's all streaming shit, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, now you gotta this is what I've seen, and this is my perspective on it. You just gotta get attention, bro. because I know there's me personally. I can't speak for everybody, but I hear some artists that I'm like, it's it ain't crazy hot, but they get an attention and they know marketing, bro, and the marketing's on point to where they create a following off that shit, which is good. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they also outwork some of these artists that are actually hot. They just doing the right shit, and they putting their shit in everybody's faces, and you know, and that's it, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not even mad at them.
Hey, listen, I just kind of just said that, or not just said that, but I spoke about that before. It's just like sometimes when you're talented and you know you're talented, you think that just kind of supersedes everything, right? And then it's like, it's crazy because we know people who's like way more talented, who could rap better than some of these artists who are like super famous and popping and all that type of shit, right? And sometimes it does boil, like you said, to the business, because a person may not make the best music, but they are very business savvy.
That part,
you
the
see what I'm
business
saying?
savvy.
They're very business savvy.
Business.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then meanwhile, somebody might be like, "Man, I'm dope. I got the best flow. Everybody knows that." And you think that
That's
just the
carry
talent is gonna get you there, but it's like, nah. It's like, when it comes to this music shit, it's really like 15-20% talent. You know what I mean? Especially when you hear what's going on. You know, it's really like, it's like 20-15%. You know, it's like
For real. Because look,
saying?
man, people. Like, artists are not getting signed to labels like they used to back in the day, where the label can push you with big ass budgets,
right?
Because there's so many outlets. There's so many outlets to get your shit heard, and if you are business savvy in the industry that it is now, and you can create a following, and you can get attention, bro, that's gonna outweigh anything.
Yeah,
and you don't even need a label.
Yeah, no, you don't. That a lot of artists now that's independent blowing up off, they blowing up of TikTok and you know what I'm saying? There's one song and then
it was
they'll
SoundCloud and
then,
TikTok
and now just people, they just make like a dance to it or something and
and then also now they don't.
It's people that I've literally heard one song from them, but I don't even know like what they look like. I don't know their name, but I probably heard the song and I could probably like harmonize it. I probably know it, but I don't even know who's fucking singing the song or nothing. You know what I'm saying?
But you know it though.
But I know the song. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. So and I think it just boils down to all what it is that every individual artist wants. If you want to be, big popping, blowing up, some people are being, fine, independent, it's a lot of independent artists that's making more money than the famous ones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's doing just fine. They're not as popular and they don't, you know what I'm saying? But they doing just fine, making good money, income from their craft,
from their shows
and merchandise, all kind of stuff, doing perfectly fine. So the industry is kind of dying down as far as like trying to get signed and all that, because then you see like the people that are signing now, it's like, man, I don't want to join that fucking
crazy.
clown show.
That
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, man, me personally, I'm like, hey man, I still love it, I'm doing it, but when I was younger, I was looking for that. I'm thinking like, man, I want to get signed. All of us had that.
Man,
all of
us. I did too.
Yeah, like, man, I'm trying to get signed, trying to get labeled and all that. But now, I understand. I'm just trying to, get my own. I'm not trying to, because we didn't understand labels.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? We didn't understand labels. We just thought that, getting signed to a label mean millions of dollars. And, you know what I mean? Popping all that.
Yeah, you didn't know, even if you did, it's an advance.
Right.
You owe that shit now.
Exactly. And that's the business part.
If your records don't sell, woo.
And that's the business part that we was talking about, that most motherfuckers, don't really do their homework or they do diligence on it and just end up getting fucked up in contracts.
Yeah, that's real.
So forth and so forth. So, so yeah, man, that was kind of like I said, a little bit of my testimony was like, what caused me to like transition a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm doing, credit and real estate, finance and stuff like that.
You doing like what, credit repair?
Yeah, not I can't say credit repair, but I do
consulting.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? All I can do is teach you what I've learned. You know what I'm saying? I don't know no secrets to nothing. You know what I mean? I don't know no overnight. You can fix your credit. I can just tell you what I did, how I got my results. You know what I'm saying?
And that's it.
And that's it. You know what I'm saying? And so that's kind of what I do. It's a lot of homies that, that need to get their credit right and get their, fix their credit and stuff like that. Oh,
absolutely. We have to have that literacy, bro.
Yeah, I love having conversations too. You know what I'm saying? Because honestly, if it's not intellectually like triggering to me, then I'm not really, you know what I'm saying? I don't really like having
just like
pointless conversations.
That part.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, real quick, so I can touch just because you brought that up. That's a really good point and subject, man. One thing that I've learned because I'm in a room with some real big cats right now for the last 3 years, and these cats are high level multimillionaires. They make millions of dollars, per month type shit.
Right.
Okay? I do good, but I'm not on that status yet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yet. Yes,
Anyway,
feel
man.
me? But here's what I've learned, bro. They don't have conversations like that. You will never hear a high level cat have pointless conversations. Everything is about some bread, bro. Everything is about the next move. Everything is about a play.
Right.
It's about business, bro.
Right.
So, I got a lot of homies that I grew up with, and I love them, and I see them in traffic. What's up? I'm gonna give them a hug. I'm gonna dap them up, all that good shit. But like, I had to separate myself and understand where to put my energy at. I can't just shoot the shit with my somebody anymore about the fucking Padre game. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not forward me in any kind of way. It's what are we doing? Are we you gotta play? I gotta play. You gotta play. Like, let's mastermind right now.
Right.
Let's figure out how to like get to that next level.
Listen, you talking to somebody who don't watch sports. I ain't never played a game of Madden a day in my life.
I don't play video games.
I don't have a PlayStation. None of that.
I don't do none of that shit,
You
bro.
know what I'm saying?
Nah.
I'm
reading books, bro. I'm on some nerd shit.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. I'm reading books. I got my audio, my Audible on my phone. I'm listening to personal development.
Yeah,
bro.
I think I need to. I'm about to start doing audiobooks because sometimes when I be reading a little bit,
your mind starts going everywhere, huh?
Yeah,
mine does that shit
just
too.
a little
That's
bit.
why I got
I be
Audible,
like,
bro.
yeah.
But sometimes I might even fall asleep as I'm reading, bro. For real, I have that issue. Like,
Yeah.
I'll start falling asleep and I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
So when I drive, bro, I like to listen to Audible because obviously we love music.
Yeah.
And my go-to is throw some fucking music on.
Yeah.
But I had to learn, like, hey, listen, man, that music is cool, but it ain't gonna get you to where you want to go right now.
Right.
You need to get some new information.
Right.
You got to download some shit in here that's gonna get you over there.
Yeah. That's why I say it's important how you spend your time using your phone and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can literally be on your phone scrolling for hours on TikTok or whatever and not learn nothing, not teach yourself nothing. And it's like, damn, in that same sense, like, you could have really taught yourself something. You could have been on YouTube, you know what I mean? Oh, how do I do this? How can I finance? How creative financing? How can I do whatever it is?
And you could do that too through,
saying?
like you said, through YouTube.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's just what you apply it, and also the type of people you follow. Like, for me, for instance, I don't follow I don't follow anybody unless I feel like I can learn something from them. I don't follow no Instagram models or
I don't follow
one single one.
I don't follow any of that.
You know what I'm saying? None of that. Like, I follow people, like I said, mentors and mentees that's in the credit and real estate and finances, stocks, and things of that nature, man. You know what I mean? Because
so then you for sure new Bandman Kevo or
I know exactly.
You ever heard of a cat named Dion?
I remember he had caught some time.
He did.
Yeah.
I know him personally, bro. And I talked to him about that shit. You know what I'm saying?
He had caught some time.
He caught some time.
Little fraud.
Yeah, a little fraud shit in this
situation.
shit. He tell you straight up, like, I was doing shit the wrong way, but when I got out, he flipped that shit and it was like, all right, I'm gonna do shit the right way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he doing this shit the right way.
Right.
You know
Shout out, man.
Shout out to Bandman Kevo, man.
You know what
Shout
I'm
out.
saying? Hey, let's make it happen, man. Hopefully I get him on the channel, man.
Yeah,
you know
I'm
what I'm
telling
saying?
you,
man.
man.
Got a
hey,
network.
I'm gonna keep it a stack with you because I always do. But to fuck around with Bandman Kevo, that man.
I don't mind.
I'm saying he about his bread.
I don't
have
mind.
to come with some
I know what you were just about to say. That's why I said it before you. I said I don't mind.
Yeah,
Because again, I understand the importance of relationships.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And you may have to pay for those.
You got to.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, it's okay though.
And because again, it's being around the right people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Look,
that's why I felt like it was important to have you here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And matter of fact, with that being said, no. That's why I felt like it was important with you being here because, I definitely want to talk about what's going on really Russo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like lately.
And lately. You know what I'm saying? And connections, you know what I mean? Because, you may not have known it, but yeah, man, I'm in the financial space, man.
I did not know that until you told me
I'm
right now.
doing fine for myself, man.
That's
you know
good,
what I'm saying?
Bro. I love
this
that.
my shit. That car and the driveway is paid for.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? I got great credit, bro. I got money in the bank, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Come on with it.
You know what I mean? I'm getting properties out of, you know what I mean? I'm all right, bro. You know, I'm not, but I'm doing good. You know what I'm saying?
Listen. It's everybody's perspective, bro. You happy, you living, you making money, you got your credit right, bro. You moving in the right direction, bro. I'm proud, and it makes me happy. It makes me happy to see that for you, bro.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? For real.
Thank you.
Like I never, one thing that I don't ever do is be like, look at somebody else and be like, damn man, I'm behind. I need to get my bro.
Right. Everybody got their own.
Yeah,
for
homie,
sure.
I was 38 before I flipped the switch here and said, nah, I need to do something. I need to really get there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Everybody's journey is different.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
sure.
but when I see somebody moving in that direction,
right.
I'm like, hell yeah, I'm gonna encourage that person.
Hell yeah.
You feel me?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a conglomerate, man, because I love talking to like-minded people. You know what I mean? Because like you say, you have to detach. But that's because there's just a detachment there. The shit that you choose to talk about, the shit that you want to talk about, the shit that you're interested in, is going over a lot of them people's heads.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Real. That's absolutely real.
You get to a point where you feel like you're teaching them something, but then it feels like you're preaching.
They always for real. They like, there he go again.
You know what I mean?
And
it's
I'm like, damn, okay.
like so now you feel like, damn, we can't even have a common ground. You know what I'm saying? Because the shit you want to talk about, I don't really care to talk about that.
Yeah.
And the stuff I want to talk about, you don't really, you know what I'm saying? So now that basically forces you know what I mean? It forces a detachment. And I've been feeling like that for the longest. You know what I mean? I got homeboys. I'm you know what I mean? I'm still in the trenches. I'm in the Southeast, everything. I be around my homies and all that type of stuff. But I be feeling so separated. You feel me? I feel so separated because I know that whatever it is that's on my mind or how I feel and the stuff I want to talk about, they're not really, and it's not for them. It's just like you said, everybody has their own time.
Everybody does have their own
And
time.
I found myself kind of trying to force it or just trying to, help motherfuckers and pull motherfuckers along.
And you
and
can't
then
do
I
that.
would be frustrated. You know what I'm saying? But I had to realize that, you feel me, that everybody, grows their wings in
different
at their own
bro.
time. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you something that my boy Mike B gave me, man. Mike Barron. Shout out to Mike Barron. That's my dog. That's my loved one. He done gave me a lot of game, but I'm gonna give you this bar. He said, when the student's ready, the teacher will appear. Okay? When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. I wasn't ready before I told myself I was, before I made the decision at 38. My boys that I be trying to preach that shit, they ain't ready. Your boys either, they're not ready. When they ready, boom. Then the teacher is going to appear, whether it's you or somebody else.
And, absolutely, 100%. And one thing I have to realize, too, is you could tell a motherfucker till your face get blue. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But one thing that speaks volumes is actions.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
real. And sometimes people don't listen until they see it. Sometimes it requires them to see it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For them to listen.
Yeah.
Because I told you, I've been telling you, but it required for me to put in the work, do the shit, and for you to see it, for now you to actually listen and to believe it. You see what I'm saying? That's one thing I had to learn too, because I used to try to tell motherfuckers, man, all we gotta do is this. Look, man, let's get our credit together. We can put our credit together. We can qualify for this.
And we can put our bread together and put it into a property.
Do some, you know what I'm saying? And
Nah.
So it's like, okay, now I'm gonna have to show you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna have to show you. And that go for family too.
Yeah,
Mama,
hell
sister,
yeah.
I'm trying to tell my mama
Yeah.
how to do certain stuff and that. But sometimes you're afraid of what you don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
you come up in different times, or you just want a job and a pension. You want to work for 40 years or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So becoming an investor or something like that, it's a little bit scary. You know what I'm saying?
It is. It's out the norm.
And it's out the norm. I'm the first out of my family to want to do what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? My mama didn't teach me. My daddy didn't teach me. My brothers, my sisters, nobody.
Yeah.
I'm the one taking the risk. I'm the one telling people like, look, this is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm. If we could do this by this amount of time, we gonna have this. I'm gonna have this.
Boom.
And one thing for sure, I'm gonna own some shit.
Hell yeah.
Period. Point blank. I'm gonna own some shit. You feel me? That's just a fact
assets,
of the matter.
bro. Assets.
I'm not fucking. You feel me? I have to own some shit. You feel me? And so and I think that sometimes you do that because you want people to believe in you more than you believe in yourself. You feel me? You telling people because you want them to believe in you more than you believe in yourself.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I had to realize that as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I had to start to, my money where my mouth is.
There you go. There you go.
You know
Hey,
what I'm
listen,
saying?
the first sell is you, my boy.
Yeah.
You got to sell yourself on this shit.
Yeah, man. So I said, listen, I'm gonna have to show y'all, man, because I'm
Yeah.
done telling y'all. I'm done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I'm not even gonna tell y'all no more. You just gonna see it.
Yeah.
You know, because I
But-
work in silence, man.
Homie.
You know what I'm saying? Like I tell people all the time, man. You're not gonna see what's my saying? I said you're not gonna see the process, but you're gonna see the progress.
That part.
You feel me?
Yeah.
You're not
Yeah.
gonna see the process, but you're gonna see the
Yeah.
progress.
And that's where people would be like, man, he an overnight success. Like, okay, you just didn't see the process.
It's a lot of
you didn't
shit
see
you
the
didn't
all
see.
the struggle and the setbacks and the uphill battle that it took to get here. You just see the shit that I got now that lets you know that I'm winning.
Right. Yeah.
You, for real.
Yeah.
But just like you, bro. Listen, man. I've always been that black sheep of my family too. Where I got crazy ideas. I'm shooting for the moon and the stars, and they like, boys, shut the fuck up and just go get a job. You know what I'm saying? And I did that for a little bit, bro. I got complacent for a little bit because I was listening to other people's ideas of what my life should be versus listening to my own intuition of what I know could be true. And my ideal scene of how I want my life to look. And it wasn't until I stepped back and said, bro, hold on. I did this shit already before. Like I was already an entrepreneur when I was doing the CD shit.
Right. Yeah.
I didn't have a job, bro. And I had money. And I was living that rap star life, bro, at a not at a huge fucking, degree, but like I think
Right.
I'm 21 years old. I'm sitting in a brand new, Navigator for that year. I got, $5,000-$6,000 cash on me at all times. I got 2-3 ounces of weed on me, and I got hella bitches around. Bro, I didn't even fucking wash my clothes. I just buy new clothes every day on some dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? I wish I would have knew what I know now. I would have invested that shit. But
yeah.
you see, so I had to take myself back there, right?
Yeah.
And I had to remind myself who the fuck I was, and know there's no way I'm gonna just be complacent and just be a construction worker, bro. Because I was doing construction for a hot minute, for like 10 years. And it was good. It was decent money.
For sure.
Right? And I'm like, there's no fucking way I'm going to do this shit. And I had, like you said, bro, I had to start believing that I could do it myself. I had to sell myself on this shit again. Like, nah, bro, you are that motherfucker. And I was telling my family, they didn't want to hear it. When they found out what I invested to do what I'm doing today, they thought I lost my mind. For real. My baby mama. What? You what? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
Right.
I got this shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they're never gonna believe you until you show results. But even when you show results, some of them still won't believe you. They still, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's just what it is, bro, because it really comes down to the person themselves, because it's scary. And it's fear that people of the unknown. They know that if they get a job for X amount of dollars and they go clock in and clock out, they will get paid.
Right.
They know that.
Right.
People like you and I on entrepreneur shit, you only get paid if you go out there and kill and bring it back to the crib.
Yeah.
Right?
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the fact of the matter is, bro, just entrepreneurship is just not for everybody, right?
That's real.
You know what I mean? It's just not for everybody. Everybody doesn't have those desires. Everybody doesn't have that ambition. Everybody's okay with just like, hey, man, let me just give me a little whatever.
And that's okay for them.
Job, and it's perfect. It's perfectly fine.
I see nothing wrong with that.
Me. I just, like I said, and I'll work a fucking 9 to 5 if I had to. If
Man,
I got
I have.
to, I still, you know what I mean? I'll work a job. I really don't give. I just know that I'm not gonna do this for the rest of my life.
That part.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I just know, because I want my own stuff. I want to be, I want to be the motherfucker that walk through and everybody straighten up and get their shit together. You dig what I'm saying? When I walk through that motherfucker, I want y'all to straighten up and oh shit, the boss is coming through. That's who I want to be. You know what I'm saying? Because
it's a different feeling.
I've done that, right? To a motherfucker that you've never seen before.
Yeah.
Like, who the fuck is this guy?
Who the fuck is this guy?
He's the owner,
regional manager.
Yeah,
he's the like, he the fucking COO.
Yeah, he's the COO and whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? So when he comes through, make sure
everything tidy.
He ain't here cutting up tomatoes. This motherfucker, motherfucker ain't in here making tacos. He ain't placing orders or nothing. I ain't never seen this motherfucker day in my life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
it's that type of power that I can respect.
Yeah, respect it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, respect
and
it.
Nigga, I want to be that, and not just a fucking worker sitting there, motherfucker,
Yeah, you know what I'm
chopping
saying?
up the fucking
Like,
onions.
order threes up.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
They want cheese on it?
Like shit, you know what I mean? Like for reals though, man. So
yeah.
okay, moving forward, we got, big Lambos.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? And yachts and all this good stuff, man, from the hustle, from the grind. So
yeah.
Let's talk about it a little bit, man.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the space that you're into in today's day, man. Like what exactly, what is it that you do, and
yeah, so simple and plain, I do high ticket closing online, high ticket sales. So I'm a high ticket closer. But at this point, I'm much more than that. I've moved up in the industry. So right now, yes, I close deals, but I also run an 8-figure sales team. So I'm a sales manager as well for an 8-figure company. Okay. There's a guy named Mike Barron. This is my very first actual mentor that I actually invested into. And he's from Dago. Shout out
Right
to Mike
on.
Barron again. What time? You know what I'm saying? He's from Dago. He's Dago native. That's actually what caught my eye, man. I'm gonna be real. So once I made the decision, because that's what it was, bro. You got to make a decision. You got to commit to that decision. I made a decision that I was going to become rich, bro. That's what I made. I made that decision.
Hell yeah.
Okay. And I said, now I got to go figure it out. So I started doing research online. I'm looking at everything. I'm looking into all kinds of different programs, courses, drop shipping, copywriting, fucking Forex trading, all that shit. You see it everywhere, right? You see the little funnels and shit. And they like, here, click this link if you want to, learn how to make a drop shipping drop shipping site, and you can get paid $10,000 a month. Like,
right.
ooh,
Yeah.
right? So I'm looking at all that shit, and then I see Mike. And I see he got the Dago hat on. He's always rocking it. I said, he got to be from the city, right? So I clicked the link. One of his appointment setters called me. It wasn't him. Appointment setter called me. Boom. They got me on a Zoom call. And they like, yeah, you're going to learn high ticket sales from, this guy named Mike Barron. And, he's been in the game for boom, all that shit, right? They're like, it's $10,000. I was like, ooh. I was like, okay. So what I'm gonna learn, boom, they just gave me the rundown, bro, and it made sense to me. And I said, okay, bet, let's run it. Homie, motherfuckers ain't dropping bread like that, you know what I'm saying, on information, usually, unless it's college, which is stupid. Listen, I'm not downing education. I'm just up on opportunity, my boy. Okay, so listen, from what I know, people that I have grown up with, that went to college, that got degrees, they have bachelor's degrees, they have master's degrees. Unless they're a doctor or a lawyer,
right,
they ain't making bread, bro. And they
still
working regular jobs, bro, with a fucking degree, and they owe $60,000 to $100,000
and in debt.
tuition.
Ain't that about
ain't that about a bitch?
Ain't that about a bitch?
So this is the same shit, except you're learning it from the motherfucker who actually does it.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
So, boom. This was in 2023. Okay. I made the investment, bam, okay? And then I went through the program, and then I got certified. And I took that information and I got placed on an offer to close high-ticket deals. So what it is all these coaches that you see that have programs, they have marketing funnels that they put out to attract clients, leads, right? They're lead magnets. Those leads come through, and they come through, depending on the ad budget that they have, they can go anywhere from like 5 a day to like 100 plus a day. They don't have time to make these phone calls, my boy. So what the program that I went through and what I actually sell today too is where you learn how to be that middleman to actually close a deal for that coach or that mentor. And then you get a cut off that bread. So that, it's $10,000 or higher, all the way up to like $250,000. Right? So let's say you close a $10,000 deal. You get 10%. That's a rack right there, right off top. You can close the deal in like an hour.
Right.
Okay, you still want to go work for $25 an hour? Or you want to close a deal and make a rack in an hour?
What kind of deals are we talking here?
They range, bro. There's the guys that do the drop shipping. There's the guys that do fitness. There's the guys that do credit repair. Homie, like, I work with some cats right now that do credit repair, and they teach a program on how to actually do what you do.
Right.
It's to teach others how to actually help people with their credit and make a business out of it. And they can charge 10 to 15 racks for that shit. Okay? And we'll get into that. That's another conversation for me and you.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
I got something for you, bro.
Yeah, no doubt.
So look, it could be, dog, I mean, look, you know OnlyFans, right? Okay, the behind the scenes, there's a manager that manages these bitches. Excuse me. Okay, so that manages these women. Okay, most people don't know about that though, and the manager's getting a cut out of all the bread that if, let's say he got 4 or 5 people stable, right?
Yeah.
You feel me? Because that's really what it is.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
And he's managing them, and he's makes sure their content's going out correctly. Boom, boom, boom. Because a lot of girls, they beautiful, they very attractive, but they don't know business. They don't know marketing.
They don't know how to put themselves out there.
Right,
like that.
right. So the manager will do that, right? And I know a cat who's from England who does that shit. And then now, a couple years ago, we helped him put together. Well, Mike did, not me. Helped him put together his own coaching program, teaching other dudes or women, if they want to, other people, how to manage OnlyFans girls. And they will pay $15,000, $20,000 to learn how to do that correctly, and then go, because he became a millionaire doing that. You see? So it could be anything. It's if you're a coach and you have extensive knowledge and you've made a lot of money from a certain skill set that you can teach somebody that, boom. Because you will, remember this, bro. You will always make more money teaching what you do rather than doing what you do. Because there's only one you that could do what you do. But how many people can you teach and sell that to?
You know, it's crazy because the more you kind of do your research, you'll see that motherfuckers is actually selling recycled information.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a lot of recycled information. But again, and that's why I always say what you don't know can hurt you.
That's absolutely right.
You know what I'm saying? What you don't know can hurt you because
Absolutely
people
right.
will capitalize off of what you don't know.
Absolutely, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Look, case in point, bro. Mechanics.
Yo, fuck.
Because you already knew.
Fuck.
They like,
I just gave the motherfucker $4,000 for a transmission.
There you go, bro.
I just spent fucking $4,000, bro, just on rebuilding the transmission.
Oh, I'm telling you, it's just, that's all it is.
So yeah.
So
that was a good example.
Hey,
because I don't know a motherfucking thing
Fuck,
about no
you know what I'm saying?
transmission.
Shit, I don't know that shit either, bro.
You know what I mean?
You want me to plumb some shit up? I can plumb something, but I
Yeah.
don't know mechanics.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Shit,
for
I
sure.
could fucking change a tire. That's about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's all it is, man. And listen, it's okay. It's okay. Because that money that you spend to get the condensed version is going to save you time. Dog, listen. Let me tell you something, bro. I paid 10 racks in early 2023. My first year, I did 1.2 million in sales. I pocketed about $250,000. Off 10 racks, I pocketed $250,000. That would have took me forever to try to figure that out if I didn't have the systems and everything that came with this program. Because not only did I learn how to do it, but they also placed me on an offer to use it. So you got to think of it almost like a trade school. Where I got the skill set, I learned the skill set, I got certifications, and then I got placed on an offer to actually use that shit. Versus most trade schools, you get the certification, you got to go find a job.
Yeah, go do what you do.
You feel me?
Right.
So now you fast forward, bro. Man, on average, I make $50,000, $60,000 a month in my pocket. I done retired my pops off this shit. My kids are straight. You see, we pull up in not one, but two lambs. The lamb chops, baby.
man.
The lamb chops,
You know what I'm
baby.
saying?
Yeah,
big Broly's and shit, man. You know what I'm saying?
A little something light.
You know
man.
what I'm saying?
Something
Let
light.
them know, man.
You
know
know,
what I'm
this is a
saying?
Walmart
Hey,
version.
man. Hey, man. Work hard, speak for itself. I mean, hard work speak for itself, man. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, man. And that's why I say, man, listen, I'm proud of you, man. You know what I'm
Thank you,
saying?
bro. Thank you.
I love to see it, man. I love the energy. I want that shit to rub off on me. I want to learn something.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? Because I'm willing to, like I said, I invest in a lot of things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I invest a lot. I've taught myself a lot of things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I do understand the importance of mentorship. You know
That's what it is. Look. Like you can teach yourself a lot of things, but there's always somebody who knows more.
Yeah.
Right? And you got to remain a student of the game, bro. You got to constantly learn. You like I'm like, bro, I'm cold at closing, but I'm always still like I can learn more. There's something more I can learn, you know. But let me highlight something real quick, bro. Because just for people, all the people that are watching, man. And again, it's all perspective. It's your ideal scene, how you want your life to look.
For sure.
Right. Some people are totally fine with living just a cool, comfortable life and going and clocking in. There's nothing wrong with that. You guys do you. Do you. If that makes you happy, man, blessings. Okay. For people like us that are not content with that have more, have ambitions for different things and want to live a certain lifestyle. If that's you're going to have to get past the fear. All right. You're going to have to get past the fucking fear. Cause, and I say that because I'm about to tell you, when I did this shit, it was not an easy thing to do. Like, meaning, I'm going to put it in perspective. I was already making $65 to $75 an hour as a foreman in construction, bro. I wasn't making little bread.
Nah, nigga, hell,
Okay,
fuck no.
okay.
That's a shit.
Now, listen.
Shit.
Then I decided to not only completely
I
transition.
ain't never made that type of money, nigga.
Bro, and it's not even that good, nigga. It's not that, but it's not that good.
I never made that type of money.
Listen, this is what they don't tell you, bro. The more you make, the more they take. You're in a different tax bracket when you're making that type of money.
Yeah, I've heard.
Bro, I'm telling you, the $75 an hour didn't look like it on my fucking check.
Yeah.
But it was still like it was decent, right? I'm living. I was not starving, I could pay my bills, you know what I'm saying? And
How long you been in the
hardship.
industry? Like when you was doing construction? How long?
Oh man, like 10 years, over 10 years.
10
bro.
years.
Yeah.
All right. So
I started from the bottom.
So listen, what kind of construction work was you doing?
Man, I was plumbing at that time when I decided to transition, but I did all kinds of construction, bro.
Well, you may just have your own company, man.
I thought about that.
Own your own company
I thought about that.
because you have not only, you know what I'm saying, you got the groundwork experience, the handwork experience, you know what I'm saying, and then, you might just.
I've thought about that, bro.
You might, because you was making that money with you, but the motherfuckers was really making
they
the
was
money.
making
You
the real, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It was the owners of the company.
Yeah, the
yes,
owners of the
course,
company. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So maybe you might be like, maybe, you know what I'm saying? You know a little something in the trade. If you know a couple people and
I think what I would do is just invest in a company, which I have one of my boys that used to be one of my supervisors. He bought that company that I used to work at with him. He bought it now, so I might be like a silent investor, just because I can't. It's too much attention units that I'm gonna have to put away over there.
Right.
I'm building
Real
this over
shit.
here,
Real shit.
but I can make my money work. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. So real quick though, because I want to get this to the people when they see this shit, because I know there's a lot of people like us that are gonna see this shit, bro. And if they have those ambitions, I want them to understand that it's not gonna be easy for you to make this decision. It's gonna be scary as fuck. But you got to move past that fear. Fear is false evidence appearing real. Okay, remember that shit in an acronym. False evidence appearing real. Okay, it's whatever you tell yourself is going to be is what it will be. Because look, I got at the time that I did this, I'm making that bread, $65, $75 an hour. I have a whole fucking career. Okay, I transitioned to something completely opposite of what I was doing. Not only did I do that, but I dropped 10 racks on it, and I got 2 kids that I'm raising. Who in the fucking right mind gonna do that? I'm not in my right mind, motherfuckers. I'm fucking crazy.
Right.
But that's what it takes, though.
I mean, listen, that's what I say, man. Anything for free, you're not gonna really, And if you pay for it, you better put your best foot forward.
That's it. That's it.
Motherfucking, you know what I mean?
Listen,
you invest it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, look, man,
whatever
I didn't put,
whatever you pay. Look, people pay attention to what the fuck they pay for.
Yeah.
That's why that's why it's got to be sold, man. Because ain't nobody gonna fucking pay attention. You give it to them for free.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna pay attention.
Yeah.
It's gotta hurt, bro.
Nor really value it. You know what I mean? You don't value the
Yeah.
information that's free. You know
There
what
you
I mean?
go. There you go.
Because
That's
there's
a
a
good way
lot
to
of
put
free
it.
information on YouTube,
Yeah.
and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You might see a video and click on the next one, and click on the next one, click on the next one, and you skip over like real value in the video just looking for something else because it's free. You know what I'm saying? I've done that, honestly.
I have too.
I've definitely done that for sure. Just, analysis paralysis. You know what I mean? Where you just overly just analyze.
It's just too much shit. You
just
think
a lot
of this
of
one,
shit.
that,
And,
right.
you know, like you said, the fear. You have all these fears and doubts and anxieties and all this shit. You know what I mean? Shit. Quite frankly, I still deal with it. But
yeah, it's all right. It's all right.
You know, I mean, but that's because as you grow, you challenge yourself. You know what I mean? You get bigger challenges. You have bigger expectations. You're putting on big. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm, doing stuff you haven't done.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And so
and
I
if
still
you
get nervous, or I still feel,
So do I, man.
Doubts. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I try to move from a place. I try to move from an educated perspective as much as possible.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's really what gives me confidence. As long as I've done my due diligence and I move from a place of,
understanding, clarity,
understanding, exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And awareness, bro. You know what I'm saying? The way what I was taught is the way you teach, the way you help somebody is raising their awareness. A lot of times we're just not aware. Like credit, for example. Motherfuckers weren't aware, especially I know from how I grew up, my parents didn't know credit for shit. My dad told me when I was a kid, if you can't pay for it in cash, you can't afford it. That was the stupidest shit I ever heard. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, credit is very valuable. It's so but we're unaware of that shit from where we come from until boom, what happened? You started raising your awareness by what? Studying, bro.
Studying.
And getting understanding.
And then you realize you need the shit. You go out into this world on your own and you trying to get a house, or you trying to get a car, whatever it is.
Whatever it is.
They're going to bring up the credit. You know what I'm saying? And so, I literally just made my daughter an authorized user on my credit.
Boom.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. I got both my kids on my shit.
Yeah. So that way her credit, you know what I'm saying, it's A1, you know what I mean? By
She gonna turn 18 and bow.
You know
she gonna have a 720, 730 credit score.
Yeah,
boy.
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, that's good.
But yeah, me. So like you said, like high ticket sales and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So it's a lot of networking. It's a lot of like I'd imagine like phone calls.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Are you familiar with wholesaling in real estate?
Yeah, I'm familiar with that. Yeah.
So wholesaling in real estate it requires you to do a lot of cold calling.
Yeah, but okay, so I'm gonna stop you right there.
Yeah.
We don't do cold calling. That's the difference.
Oh no.
Fuck no, man. Hell nah. We ain't bugging nobody. Listen, the people that we call are people that already are interested. They reached out to us. So remember when they see the little advertisement? Yeah. They go, oh shit.
They sign up.
Yeah, they sign up. They are interested. So when they hit send, boop, it goes to what we call CRM. That's the software that holds all the leads, the lead lists, right?
CRM. It's never customer
client relationship.
Yeah.
Yep. So they already know. Boom. They filled out their shit. Boom. They send it. Bam. You got an appointment setter that is just got their little laptop open and bam, the lead comes in. Bink. Or sometimes it'll also hit your phone. You can hit your phone. It comes through as a text message. Right. Bam. It's speed to lead, bro. That person literally just put that shit in, so they thinking about it. They probably have their phone in their hand right now. Boom. You hit them. Hey, what's going on? Seen that you reached out for this free training, whatever. Woo woo woo. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, I did. Da 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 da.
Yeah,
cool, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and then now you just gotta
right.
ask them questions about what they looking for, what do they need, what kind of problem can you help them solve.
Yeah.
And hour later, boom, you grabbing 10, 15, 20, fucking 50 racks. For real.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Shit. Cause I know some people like that.
Yeah.
I've talked to a few people like
that. I bet you have. Yeah.
I've talked to a few people like that. So I can see that. Yeah. That makes sense for sure.
But see, there's levels to this shit, bro. Cause listen, Joe. Y'all can't see Joe, but that's my dog over there. Hey, how many phone calls do I normally make a day? Maybe 2 or 3, maybe.
Yeah.
When I'm feeling froggy.
Yeah, but you had to get to that point though, huh?
You did, bro. You
didn't start off like that, did you?
No, bro. I started off doing 200 fucking calls a day.
200 calls
you know what I'm saying? But then you sharpen your skills.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
You got to start somewhere for sure.
Yeah.
But
Look. For those of y'all who listen, success is never easy, man. It's never easy. It's never fucking easy. From the outside perspective, people that saw me when I first started this shit to now, because there are people that like when I first started this shit, I was like posting shit like I'm about to be a high ticket closer. I'm like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They like this motherfucker. I already know, right? It's all good though. I'm not letting that stop me, right? You fast forward 3 years, they're like, damn, this motherfucker got a Lambo and a Porsche, and this motherfucker rocking nothing but designer. I still keep it G though, man. I got my pro club. Don't fucking play with me. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, so they're like, fuck. Like to them, it probably looked easy, bro. But it wasn't easy, man. Nothing like it's not easy. Nothing when it comes to success, it's not easy. You're gonna have to go through some trying times. You're gonna have to give some shit up. You have to give some shit up. This is some real game, y'all. Listen, you're gonna have to give some shit up to become the other person that you want to become. You cannot remain the same person you are now and become somebody else. It won't work like that. The universe will not let it happen, bro. And the universe is built to push back. It will push on you. It will push you. And the ones that fold and break are the ones that never make it happen. The ones that fucking go through the fire, they will come out bronze, bro. And the universe will say, you know what? This motherfucker is a motherfucker, bro. We got the universe like, we have to give him the shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah, absolutely. And I truly believe that, you do have to sacrifice.
You got to, man.
You know what I mean? You have to sacrifice in that. It's just an ideology in life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
if you wanted to get buff, then you're gonna have to sacrifice time in the gym.
Boom.
Right? And now
My man on to something.
and now success, right? It's not easy. Not only is it not
Yeah.
easy, it doesn't feel good, right?
No.
But guess what? Like I said, when you're in the gym and you're sitting there, does that shit feel good?
Hell no, my fucking legs are
Nobody
sore
likes being in
right
fucking
now,
gym.
man.
That shit hurts. You feel what I'm saying?
That shit hurts.
It hurts. But what happens in the end, right?
results.
You get results. You know what I mean? You better, you're stronger, you more, whatever. You know what I'm
Healthier,
saying?
all
You're getting
that shit.
results. You dig what I'm saying? But in the process, it didn't feel good.
So I want to touch on that, bro.
Yeah.
Here's the key. Here's another key point to success. You have to fall in love with the process.
Yeah.
Most people they want the end result, but they don't want to go through what it takes to get there. If you don't fall in love with the process, you're not going to get there. It's about the process. It's about the journey. It's about you getting uncomfortable, and what happens is on the other side of uncomfortability is growth. Just like the gym, it's the same shit with success. You work on yourself, right, until you become that person. And you keep going through it. You keep going through it until you build that muscle, and it's gonna be and like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I have to remind myself, like, man, it's supposed to feel like this.
Yeah, it's supposed to.
You know what I mean?
The pressure.
It's supposed to feel like this.
Yeah.
When it's just tough and it's hard, you a little frustrated. You got to remember, like, it's supposed to feel like this.
Yeah,
You know what I
absolutely.
mean? So it's supposed to feel.
100%.
You know what I mean?
100%.
And that's just kind of one of my
Yeah.
precursors. I just move forward with a little bit sometimes.
Yeah.
Because fear is a real thing, and it's not really. Sometimes it don't be fear, just be, I guess it is fear, just fear of how I deal with shit. You feel me? I had to really work on myself and not like take everything so like personal, or just try not to like, like when I deal with losses.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I can, but I don't like how I personally deal with losses. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You like start getting down on yourself about it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So that was something that I had to kind of work on. You know what I mean? It's because,
How'd you work on it?
um,
Like what types of things did you do to like get yourself out of that mindset?
doing things I wasn't really comfortable with.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Just doing things I wasn't comfortable with. Like for instance, it might be something small, but like, I'm not, believe it or not, people won't know that because the podcast and all that, but I'm not really like, I'm not extroverted at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm really introverted.
No, I knew that about you. I knew that about
I'm
you.
really introverted. I'm not like
yeah.
a big, or whatever. But when you drink or whatever, people drink to be more sociable.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And so I'm saying all this to say is that, I had to challenge myself to go out and be social, sober.
Sober.
You feel me?
Okay.
I had to force myself.
Yeah,
You feel me? Like,
yeah,
nigga, you don't need to be drunk to talk to this girl. You don't need to be drunk so just do it sober and by yourself, alone. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's uncomfortable.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Especially, I'm not a clubber.
Well, for like somebody who's introverted. Yeah, that's
you know what I mean? And I would literally do that because that's a part of me that I need to work on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's a part of me I need to work on is, being more sociable and, because sometimes I don't like being around people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't like being around people. I don't want to, but what it is that I want to do, where I'm going, is going to require me to work with people, work around people.
There you go.
All kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you're going to have to fix that about yourself, or you're not going to be able to succeed in what it is you're trying to do.
That's real, especially with the credit shit, bro. Like you I don't know if you're doing this already, but if you're not, you should definitely be pulling up to, these credit like masterminds and like conferences and shit like that, bro, where you can meet some people in the game. You know what I'm saying? For that shit's important.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Honestly, right now I'm moving on to like business credit, man. Like my personal credit been 800 for the last few years, bro. You know what I mean?
Come on with it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now I'm just like, I can't really do nothing too much more with that, except for, get qualified for whatever it is I'm trying to do. But now
you got an LLC already and all that shit?
Yeah, but I never really did nothing with it and shit like that. I had an LLC for, the clothing line and all that type of shit. But I'm gonna make a new one. Make a new one because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
Look, I'm telling you, I got something for you after this. Like, we gonna turn you up, bro. Like, I'm telling you, like, we gonna talk. But I need to figure out how your business is right now.
Man,
but
put
like,
it on me, man.
homie.
I'm all ears, man. And like I said, I'm. I don't just be talking, man. You know what I'm saying? The proof is in the pudding, man. You know what I'm saying? The credit there, the money, everything is in order.
Listen, man. It's something where what I've learned from like, Mike and Kevo and them, it's like it's the branding, bro. You got to get out of what we call non-E, which is non-existence. If people like people ain't gonna pay you if they don't know you. People don't flow you if they don't know you, bro. You understand? And money goes where the energy flows. All right. So like, we gonna talk though. We gonna talk.
Yeah,
Joe, we gonna talk with this cat. We got. I got something for you, bro.
Yeah, man. Come on, man. That's why I say it was important, man. It was important because something's gonna come out of this.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Sure, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't have like the biggest following, nothing, but I do have a growing audience. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, look, man, I'm gonna say this. This is why. This is also why. I'm gonna just say this for real, bro. Because I don't want to just have the moniker on this shit that this is just like a Linkin Park podcast. Because I swear, bro, like people have kind of made it like, like I've reached out to other people and because I do got a lot of homeboys, you know what I'm
from
saying?
Everywhere.
From but mostly from where I'm from.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
You know what I mean? And I got a lot of homies on here, right? But I'm reaching out to everybody. You know what I mean? It don't matter if you a blood, a crib, SA, Samoan, you're in finances, real estate, whatever.
Yeah, whatever
you know
it
what
is.
I'm saying? Like if you have something that is of, knowledgeable, you know what I'm saying? Equitable knowledge.
Yeah, of course.
Man, listen, you are welcome to the show. You know what I'm saying? This ain't just, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I really appreciate you stopping by. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate you coming by, giving insight, giving game, man. It really mean the most.
Yeah.
And I'm like I said, man, I'm proud of you.
Thank you, G.
You know what I'm saying? I'm happy to see it.
Yeah.
And I look forward, man, to chopping it up, man. You know what I'm saying? Lace me, sprinkle me, man. Because like I
sprinkle
said,
me, sprinkle
man,
me.
I'm in a position to do whatever it is I'm trying to do, man. You know what I'm saying? I didn't educate myself, man. I didn't just, so I'm just trying to do whatever's clever, man. I'm open. You know what I'm saying? I'm always open to learn. You dig what I'm saying?
As you should be, man. And listen.
Yeah.
And on just the same token, bro, I'm proud of you, man. Like, because the last time we talked, you know what I'm saying, we were just on the music shit. I don't think you was really doing the, business shit, and the credit shit. And you definitely, I could feel the difference. I could even just our conversation. And, I could definitely tell you leveled yourself up, man. And I think it's time for that next level. Yeah. And it just so happens, and the universe never makes mistakes, bro. But it just so happens that I'm in that industry that can take you to that next level, my boy.
I know.
But it's good to see. It's good to see you doing that shit, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, likewise, man. It feels good to even to be able to talk or just to know somebody, you know what I'm saying, that's really did what they said it was gonna do or elevate, you know what I'm saying?
Come on.
I like it.
I
like to be just attached to that. You
Absolutely,
know what I'm saying? I like
bro.
to be around it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
because I tell people all the time, I already know what I'm gonna be. I know what I'm gonna have. I can feel it. I can see it. I already need to manifest this shit.
That's
you know
the first thing you gotta do. If you can't see it, you can't get it.
Listen, man. I could feel the marble floors on my feet, man. You know what I'm saying? I could see the view, man. I'm talking about from ceiling to floor windows, man. You know what I'm saying? Overlooking somewhere in Dubai, man. I could feel the breeze, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been talking like this for a long time, bro.
I'm gonna tell you,
before I had anything, you know what I'm saying? Before I had this is my home. Before I had anything, man, I would tell people like, man, this is, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got big dreams, bro. You know what I'm saying? And of course, it start off with, rapping. All of us start off, big rap dreams, stuff like that. And then, get into other stuff. And that's what it is right now,
Yeah.
And
look, this time next year, man, we're gonna be having a conversation like this on the yacht. You feel me?
Yeah, believe that.
Or in a big ass
believe
skyline
that,
or some shit.
Yeah, it's documented. It's documented. Y'all see it.
Y'all see this shit.
So when we tell y'all, I'm like, oh, look, man, Face always been talking that shit. He said he was gonna do it. He said he was gonna do it. Then he got around the right motherfucker. Hey, man.
Hey.
I'm done telling. I'm at that point. I'm done telling people. You know what I'm saying? You just gonna have to watch.
Y'all remember this shit. That's, today is the 6th of December.
6th of December,
and
2025.
And this time next year, I'm telling you, me and the homie right here,
it's on.
He gonna be unrecognizable, man.
It's on. All I need is the opportunity to be around like-minded, genuine individuals, man. And I'm gonna tell you, man, I'm gonna take off. It's just a matter of time. It's inevitable.
That's it, man.
That's
it.
It's inevitable. And I feel like that's just what I've struggled with. Just being around like-minded people. You dig what I'm saying?
Proximity is huge, bro. Proximity is one of the biggest factors. So look, I'm gonna drop one more bar for y'all. Okay, so there's 2 guaranteed ways to success. Okay, one is through personal development and information, the right information though, right? Like the shit that you consume that can teach you something to like a skill set, right? That is definitely guaranteed way to success. The second guaranteed way to success is through proximity, meaning the people that you're around. Okay, it's huge because think about it, bro. You became a gang member, right? You were a gang member, you know what I'm saying? Because you was around that shit. That was your proximity. I was a hustler and at a time pimping and bitches and shit like that because that's what the fuck I was around.
Right.
And my MO was really more so just busting a bitch, but same difference.
Right.
So that's what I was around, right?
Yeah,
now,
sure.
Now, you change that narrative, right? And you start putting yourself in rooms and around people that are making millions of dollars, making big, high, 6-figure incomes and shit, driving the cars you want to drive, living in the houses you want to live, and doing the things that you want to do. What do you think is going to happen? You're going to start turning into that shit too. It's a frequency. So 2 guaranteed ways to success. 1, personal development, working on yourself and through the right information. And 2nd, proximity. But out of those 2, the quickest is proximity.
Proximity. You ever heard of guilty by association?
Hell yeah.
It works both ways.
It works both ways, my boy.
It works both ways.
You know what I'm saying? Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Yeah. All right, man. Listen, I ain't gonna, listen, it's a lot of gems.
Yeah.
A lot of gems, man. Hopefully y'all picked up on that, man. Again, man, like, comment, subscribe, man. Hit that button, man. You know what I'm saying? You only gonna get the real, man. It's Face to Facts TV.
Yes, sir.
Here with the Ruly Russo, man.
Come on, man.
Before we get up out of here, man, let the people know, your ads, where to find you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What's the,
I got you. So look, on Instagram at the Ruly Russo 1. So that is TheRulyRusso 1. All right. And that's my Instagram, my Facebook, all that shit. Get at me. If anybody on here, hopefully there's at least one person that is gonna take this and run with it and use this shit. Holla at me. Okay. Get at me in my DMs and just if you're serious about success and not just curious, hit my DMs with a rocket ship, okay? I'm gonna lace you up, all right? I'm gonna give you some free shit, okay? Some free game.
Nigga, I'm about to send a rocket ship right now. Nigga, hold on.
You ain't playing no games. Be serious.
Shit. Yeah, okay. Yeah, good stuff, man. Right on. So there y'all have it there, man. Make sure you tap in with the Ruly Russo, man. You want to level up, you know what I'm saying? We right here in the town, 619. You dig what I'm saying? Living proof. It's a beautiful thing to see. And like I say, man, it's just a matter of time. You dig what I'm saying?
Yes,
because
sir.
man, everything happens for a reason.
That part.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was a beautiful thing to have you here. But
appreciate it, man.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you for having. Thank you for having me, though.
Hey,
for real.
No,
this shit dope, man.
Thank you for like I said, I need it, man. You know what I'm saying? Because before, I'm not gonna be long-winded on this. I know we're getting out of here, but a lot of the people that I may have on here, they don't have the insight that you have. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They might be rapper, might be entertainers, cool like that. But at the same time, like I said, I want this to be a platform where people can learn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where we could teach.
More educational.
Or, you know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Man. Yeah.
So they might watch this episode and be like, oh, okay. And, reach out to you or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Just for the resource.
100%, bro. And I hope they do, man.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Me too. Please do, man. Reach out to this guy.
Reach out to me, man. I'm telling you.
Hey, if you don't reach out to me, and I'll reach out to him for you. Shit, you know what I mean? Whatever. But
get your paper right. Let's go.
Let's go, man. You already know what's going on. This is your boy Cold Case Face Obey. This is another episode of Face to Facts TV. I want to appreciate everyone for watching. Yep. Make sure, I know I say it all the time, but I have to hit that subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? Like, comment, subscribe. And yeah, man, we gone, man, with another one. You already know where to find me at, man. It's Face to Facts TV, Instagram. If you want my personal page, it's Cold Case 317. Yeah. Face to Facts TV on YouTube. I haven't made a TikTok yet. I've been slipping. I need to make a TikTok. People keep telling me like, you need to make a TikTok. I'm like, yeah, all right, cool.
You probably should.
Yeah, I never had a TikTok before. I just be, because like I said, I have to keep my distractions.
Yeah, I got you.
Know what I'm saying?
I got you.
And
but
I'm like, Instagram and Facebook and YouTube for just is enough already.
It'll be for just business. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Like, I be trying to keep my to a, what I mean?
I got you.
But yeah, man. But anyways, man, you already know what it is, man. Tap in and we is out.
Tap in and tap out. Let's go.
Face to Facts TV.